Hi everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. So let's start Chapter 2. That sudden stop back there did a number on our brakes, so we're stopping here for repairs. We got at least 3 hours till we'll be ready to roll, so why don't you catch the local sights? Capital idea. Besides, who knows what information we might stumble upon in the village. So, the Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to take in the sights around Dropstone. I figure at the beginning of a new chapter, let's actually take a look at the journal. And see what we got. See, there are 10 pages of this, and each page can hold up to 6 different things here. So we could have 60 different areas to explore. Let's see, visiting the doctor. If you want to read that, you can. That's something we've already done. The cruise ship on rails, talking about the Momentary Express. Dining car commotion. After, after what happened in there. And then when we looked out the observation deck. Then looking for Tom. Then how we chase after Flora before Layton and Luke knew it was Flora. Then we had to go talk to Babette and talk to her about her dog, basically. And then the train avoid crashing. And now, our train is currently parked in a quaint country village named Dropstone. The town is in the midst of celebrating the 50th anniversary of its founding, and the whole place is bustling with activity. With a while to go before our departure, I've decided to use our free time to search the village for leads on the Elysian box. And that is exactly where we leave off. But yeah, we do have the new hamster toy. I'm still not going to mess with that yet. And the camera. Has a few parts, but not all of them. We're still short 6 parts for this camera. That will be remedied soon enough. So let's go ahead and start looking around, shall we? Of course, new scene means new hidden coins. Another one's here. Yep. I believe they put it here. Yeah. And then, let's see. Yep, right there. Okay, now that's all the hint coins, but of course this wouldn't be a Professor Layton game without puzzles hidden in the background. And there it is. Look at this poster of a train, Professor. Yes, it's quite lovely, Luke. Oh, but there's something quite odd about the picture. Huh? What do you mean, Professor? Number 27, A Dramatic Farewell. Worth 20 points. Train stations are an especially good place for dramatic farewells, aren't they? Below is a picture of a man and woman bidding each other a tearful goodbye. Somewhere in this picture is a single unrealistic detail. Find and circle that unusual area. We can look for a while. The dog's normal. Person and... that could just be a couple, or that could be a woman and her child. That kind of looks like a child, or just a small person. And a conductor here. Looks like a conductor. Those are all perfectly normal things, even if the suitcase doesn't look quite right to me. But no, the unrealistic detail, take a good look at this window. It's that big and he slid it up. Well, unless the glass rolls away, or, something like that. Now, what we need to do is realize that this window couldn't possibly go that far up. That's why most windows slide down in trains and stuff like that, because there's no room to slide up. So yeah, that would be what I considered the oddball, the weird thing.
Just leave it to me. That was almost too easy.
Yep. Basically, it would be sticking out through the roof of the train unless it rolled back. So there you go. Oh, right there. That was the odd section. And now we've got our 5th camera piece. 5 left to go. So now, before we leave, we need to talk to you again to get some more information. I tell you, man, this sleepy little farming place is like the chillest place on earth. The boss is wandering around the village, and so is that inspector dude. The village is celebrating its 50th anniversary right now, so I bet there's tons of stuff to do. If I weren't stuck working, I'd definitely go check it out myself. So the village was founded only 50 years ago? That's quite young for a settlement in these parts. And it's so peaceful here. I really can't believe we'll find any clues about the Elysian box. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that, Luke. Remember, one of the first rules of puzzle solving is that the answer is often in the unlikeliest of places. Of course, you're right. I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled for clues, Professor. And now we are done with this little area for the time being. And now we're in a brand new area. So, let's see. I think one was up here. Yep. And some over here, I believe. Yep. And, let's see, where is it? Okay. Over here, yeah. Okay, and there's good old Granny Riddleton. Let's take a peek and see what's going on with her. Oh, hello! Fancy seeing you, laddies! Me? They booted me off the train till they fix it. If you're after a few puzzles to pass the time, just take a peek inside my shack of wonders. I'll be here so I can get back on the train, so just come by if you get a hankering for a puzzle. And she says there are more puzzles in here, but let's take a look, and there are no puzzles because we haven't left any behind. So unfortunately, she's still not very useful to us for this playthrough. She's useful if you've never played the game before and you end up missing puzzles, but just right now she's not going to be much help. So let's talk to Beluga here. Well, Mr. Layton, how are you enjoying your time here in Dropstone? It's been delightful. Every once in a while, it's nice to leave the city and enjoy the countryside. The air is so clean and fresh. I'm so jealous of the people who get to live out here. I couldn't put it better myself. There's something about this place that makes you feel like a new man. And with the village celebrating its 50th anniversary today, our timing couldn't be better. Come to think of it, your Momentary Express turned 50 this year, didn't it? Quite the coincidence. Yes, indeed it did. Sheer coincidence, of course. Still, it could have been fun to celebrate your train's anniversary here at the festival. Well, we already have a grand 50th anniversary celebration planned at an exclusive venue in London. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm sure your party will be on par with the excellence of your train. Yes, and on that note, I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. Good day, Mr. Layton. Good day to you, Mr. Beluga. My, it's already been a year since she passed. Time truly does just fly by. She? Who do you think he was talking about, Professor? I haven't the foggiest, Luke. But we're done on this screen with a she that passed away a year ago. The plot thickens, but we move on. And of course, new scene. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, chimney. There's a chimney top. And let's see. Where's a bush? Oh, come on. I know it's around here somewhere. Let's see. It's in one of these windows. There it is. I need to write that. I need to elaborate better. I just said bush next to, or window next to bush there. And let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it here. But now we can talk to this guy. Oh, and who do we have here? Visitors from out of town? Indeed we are. We're traveling on the Momentary Express, but we stopped here for repairs. If you're here for repairs, I bet I know where you're headed. Oh, really? What do you mean, sir? Oh, I, was just thinking out loud. Yep, just chatting with myself. Forget about it. Say, did you notice the festival that's running today here in Dropstone? Today marks the 50th year since the founding of our village. Make sure you get in on the fun. And by fun, he means puzzles, and by puzzles, I mean he has one. Can you believe this weather? It really is the perfect day for a festival. I'm in such a good mood, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a puzzle I've been saving for a special occasion. Number 41, Cube Halves, worth 25 points. Below are 4 halves of 4 separate cubes. Each of the halves is shaped so that when fitted with an identically shaped piece, these 2 halves form a whole cube. However, one piece below fails to meet those requirements and doesn't form a cube when joined with another identical piece. Circle out the odd piece from choices A through D below. Well, this should be actually fairly obvious to look at. Which one isn't even close to being symmetrical? If you take a good look, well, obviously B, would be pretty easy to check. A fits, really, really well, believe it or not. D, well, that actually fits pretty well. C, you'd think it would almost fit, but no, there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. It just doesn't quite work the way it should. And I can't remember exactly, just this little piece right here doesn't quite work like it should to fit in there, so.
And now to test my theory.
It will show you
Wonderful.
it. It will show you. Yeah. That's what it was. Just doesn't quite work the way you'd think it would. Sheesh, you just breezed through my best puzzle. I didn't see that coming. While we're talking puzzles, have you ever heard about the mysterious puzzle-collecting lady? I hear she gathers and stores all the lost puzzles of the world. How she does it is a conundrum wrapped in enigma-stuffed mystery. Or, a mystendrum. And really, now we're done with this scene. So we can move up. Wow, look at all the stuff there is to do. I've never been to a real-life festival before. It's wonderful. Oh, that's right, Flora. I'd forgotten how you grew up in that one little village. Well, now's your chance to make up for lost time. Let's explore. That's a great idea. Where should we go first? Ooh, let's go look at that booth over there. I want to see what they've got. Wait for me! You two watch where you're running, or you're liable to crash into something. Mysterious, shadowy figure lurking in the background. I wonder who that could be. This could be the... Nah, never mind. Well, new scene, new hint coins, so... Yep, there's one. Let's see, that rock... One of these rocks. There it is. And let's see, where is it? There it is. Yep, there we go. And of course, another puzzle, right here. Look at all the fruits and veggies on this cart. It probably belongs to the person running that little stand. Oh, but it looks like one of the wheels is dented. That must make it difficult to move much. Yeah, I bet it's a real pain. Oh, but that reminds me of a puzzle about a busted wheel. And no, not even Flora is safe from having puzzleitis. Number 28, the warped wheel, worth 20 points. In the back of the train yard, there's an old warped wheel laying on the ground, as shown below. A star is pointing to its axle. While no longer functional, the wheel is interesting because when rolled on a flat surface, the ankle traces a funny pattern if you look at it from the side. Of the 5 diagrams below, which one depicts the actual path of the axle? Well, if you imagine this thing rolling as a triangle would, it'll start up top, then as this rolls forward, it'll pivot around that point. It'll pivot... No, I want to draw. It'll pivot kind of like this. And now that this part is right here, it'll just pivot a little ways, and then it will pivot back in a nice big sweeping arc. Not exactly to scale, but, you know, go up to here. So this is one way to do it. You can just kind of trace out, it would kind of arc over to here, then it would arc down into that corner, then it would arc all the way back up to the top. And so out of these 5, the one that most closely resembles it is that one.
Just leave it to me. That was almost too easy.
Yep, pretty much as I tried to draw it out there. That's right, Luke, you sure figured that one out fast. If you've got puzzles, I've got answers. I'm impressed you knew a puzzle like that. I'd never heard that one before. Well, I need to know a few to run with you two. And with that, it is definitely time to cut the video. When we return, we keep looking around the nice little village of Dropstone. So, take care folks. See you later.